Good morning, welcome to Breakfast with Naga Munchetty and Ben Thompson.
Our headlines today.
Good morning, it is Saturday the 18th of June. Our top story this morning, some migrants who cross the channel in small boats are to be electronically tagged in a 12-month pilot scheme that's run by the Home Office.
Ministers say it will help maintain contact with asylum claimants who reach the UK by what it calls dangerous routes. Critics fear it will treat people who've fled war and persecution as criminals. Simon Jones has more.
Supermarkets, energy companies and the leisure industry are being urged to reduce prices for customers by the government's new cost of living advisor.
In an exclusive interview with the BBC, David Buttress called on businesses to come to the party and help with soaring costs over the next 6 months. Our political correspondent Ione Wells has been talking to him.
A major new round of British military training for Ukrainian soldiers has been announced by the Prime Minister.
During a surprise visit to Kyiv, Boris Johnson told President Zelensky that the aim was to train up to 10,000 soldiers every 4 months. Our Europe correspondent Nick Beak has this update. Tell you what, you look at those photos and you just think people desperate, going on holiday or business, whatever, looking forward to doing that, and then you see that, that's just so frightening.
And I don't know what's worse, if you're heading somewhere and you clearly don't have your luggage, or even if you're coming back and you don't have any of the stuff.
At least if you've had your holiday, it's fine.
How do they reunite all those people with those bags, though?
Well, I mean, do people still put their names on luggage and stuff?
I think it's printed, isn't it, now on the ticket?
If the bag tag is still there.
If it's still there.
Oh, mind boggles. Just coming up to 6:15, let's talk to you about this. 37 years after it was first released, I cannot believe it was that long ago, Kate Bush's song Running Up That Hill has reached the top spot in the UK singles chart.
It's a great song.
Now, 14 minutes past 6, rules around mask wearing in some hospitals and GP surgeries in England have been relaxed after guidance from NHS bosses to return to pre-pandemic policies.
But with the final decision left up to individual organisations, measures can vary pretty significantly across the country. Damien O'Neill has been looking at the issue in one region in the northeast of England.
Right, let's get the weather. Let's find out what's happening with Sarah. Morning, Sarah.
Morning.
How did you manage to get out yesterday? Did you feel that lovely sunshine? Well, it's lovely for some. It was way too hot for many people. Do you know those little fountain spouts that come out, like we saw there, where they're enjoying them? Do you go into them?
No, I'm always really nervous.
Yes, exactly.
I always go all the way around.
Exactly. But then I think if you just kind of do it, then you'll really, really enjoy it. But it's that first
But then it's also quite
in.
embarrassing if it's not actually turned on and you run really quickly over it. You have to see whether there's like splashes.
You just have to kind of casually walk and just hope it happens. And then it's fine. Do it.
Always go around. Always go around.
Love to see your pictures of how you were spending time in the hot weather. Maybe you hated it. Maybe you were just hiding in the shade and just waiting for it all to be over. Maybe you loved it. Either way, let us know what you've been up to.
Yeah, and it wasn't hot for everyone, actually, yesterday, just in certain parts of the country. But, yeah, do send us your pictures, bbcbreakfast@bbc.co.uk, and we'll show some of your pictures a little later in the programme. Those videos, they were great. Everyone had a great time.
Let's take a look at today's papers. Now, the cost of living. Yeah, it's a really good story. 23 minutes past 6. Sport, golf, I'm happy. Oh, we'll look at some we've never even heard of us. And what you thought you were brumming on. They might employ you to do that.
Oh, good luck to him. What a challenge, should we say, he's set for himself. Ben Smith there, speaking to the BBC's Andrew Plant.
Time now is 25 minutes to 7. Now, you will know, earlier this week, we were able to tell you that Martin Hibbert has successfully reached the summit of Mount Kilimanjaro 5 years after being paralysed in the Manchester Arena attack.
It goes without saying it was physically gruelling. He scaled the mountain in a specially modified wheelchair, surrounded by a team of his closest friends, medical staff and local guides and porters. Graham Satchell has been following the incredible story.
And her swirling and sniffing is all the hell's done. Mike is coming up with the sport shortly, and of course Sarah will have the all-important weather. The time now is 9:34. Heavy fighting continues in the east of Ukraine, as you've been hearing this morning. Multiple reports of troops and civilians being killed or injured every day. It's putting severe pressure on the country's medical services. And one British surgeon, David Knott, has been on the front line helping to train Ukrainian doctors. And our correspondent, Wira Davies, has been to meet him.